Okay, so this is the second of our poster paint colour mixing videos, and now you've learnt to make your primary, secondary and tertiary colours. I'm going to show how you can adapt those colours even further by making tints, shades and tones. Now, two colours I know you've got in your paint cupboard that we haven't used yet are black and white, and adding those to any of those colours we've mixed earlier, you can create even more tints, shades and tones. Now I'm going to use red, which was the primary colour, to demonstrate this with, but you could be using a tertiary or a secondary colour and adding the black and white to create the tints and tones. It doesn't matter, this just adds even more variety. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a bit of red, and what we're going to mix to start with are some tints. So my hue is my original plain pure colour. So there's my hue of red. And each time I'm going to add a tiny bit more white to it to create a tint. Now because this is red, it's of course making it more pink. Pink is a name for a tint of red, but not all tints have a name. Okay, so I hope you can see that by adding a little bit more white all the way down, I've gone from my pure hue through a range of tints until it's ended up at the palest pink, nearly white. Now of course you can do this with any colour, with your blue, with your purple, and create a whole new range of colours. Okay, so now we're going to look at doing a similar thing to create a shade, where we start with our original hue but we add a little bit of black. Okay, so the black here is very strong, so it's gone quite dark straight away. But you can still see its red colour. Okay, so this is how you create a shade. I think I went in a bit too heavy with the black. I could have been more careful. But you wouldn't always need to create a whole range like this. You'd be adding black to match a colour you could see in the real world, because we use paints to paint things that we can see or imagine. I don't mind. Okay, so now we're going to do our third one, which is a tone. So we're still going to start with our red, but this time we're going to add grey. So in theory our colours shouldn't get lighter or darker because we're adding the same amount of white and black in our grey. This time our colour should just get more washed out, closer to grey. So I'm going to mix my grey and my red and show you what I think. Okay, so hopefully you can see there that we've started with my clear hue of red and we've gone all the way down just to a plain grey here. It hasn't really got much darker or lighter this time. Here you can really clearly see the colour getting darker and the colour getting lighter. This time the colour has just got more and more grey, more and more washed out, murky looking. But you could do this with all sorts of balances of black and white, so you could have a very pale version of one of these or a very dark version of one of these. Mixing these ideas with the colour mixing video, mixing your primary, secondary and tertiary colours, gives you thousands and thousands of colours. So you should be able to paint beautiful pictures of the world you see around you. Okay, have fun colour mixing. Goodbye.